Hello students, today we want to discuss how to find research gaps. You must be familiar with this term, but many students are confused that what's the meaning of gap. Gap mean drawback, deficiencies, shortcomings, or some missing features in your research. Remember, no research paper is perfect and no research paper covers all aspects of your domain. So there must be some shortcomings, and it is researchers' duty to find out uh, certain shortcomings in the research paper. That's why we emphasize that a researcher must have critical and analytical thinking. Okay, if you want to find out the drawbacks in any research paper, first of all, you should be a well read person. You must know about present research practices. If you don't know about present research practices, how can you say that this research has this deficiency? Moreover, you must know about correct things. If there is something missing, if you don't know about correct things, standards of research, particular terms of research, you don't know about research norms in your domain, you cannot find out the deficiencies. So, you should know about standards of research and be critical in your thinking and approach. Afterwards, you would be able to find out the drawbacks in existing literature. Okay, why are gaps important? Or what are the benefits of finding gaps? Basically, you want to know the venue where your research will play the role. The gap would become your contribution after conducting the research. Your gap will help you to formulate your research questions. Suppose uh, pragmatics have been studied manually or in a traditional method, no text mining or no digital humanities tools been applied over there. So you will find the gap and you will formulate your research questions on the basis of those gaps. And those gaps will become your major findings after conducting the research. And these three things, research questions, major findings, contributions, are very important in every research. If contribution is at large scale, your research gap is very significant. Your research is very important. Okay, now the question is, where are the research gaps? This is very important. You will find gaps in population. Population mean the person has just collected data from 10 persons and then the person has generalized over all humanity. So you will find the gap in population. Or if somebody has just taken males, not female, so this is the gap. Or if a person is conducting research on video games for children, but children have not been included in this research, there is the gap in analysis that a certain like qualitative or quantitative, only one aspect has been included. Gap in implication, that this research has not been applied to certain persons. There can be gap in research methods, or there can be gap in concepts, that this study needs this concept and this concept is missing. Gap can be in perspectives of the research. Gap can be in theory, that obsolete or very old theory has been taken and modern theories have been ignored. Gap can be in a methodology, that methodology is poor and methodology needs more reliability and validity. Or basically, gaps There's the knowledge of known and unknown, and gaps show incompetencies, controversies. Sometimes the writer shows controversy with his own work, or there is controversy with the existing canons and rules and laws of that domain. And research gaps are also contradictions or conflicts. So, uh, the purpose, I again recapitulate all the scenario, that previous knowledge is in literature review. Okay, you have found the weaknesses of past findings, and on the basis of those past weaknesses, you are building the new things. Your research is covering those gaps. And if you cover those gaps, obviously your research would be new. It will contribute. It would be very beneficial for humanities as well as for your domain. I hope it has served purpose. Thank you so much. If you have any question, please feel free to ask.